Hey, my name is Leah, and the topic I chose was baking, and specifically baking gingerbread men and teaching children how to bake them and giving them instructions and directions they need. And I thought it'd be a fun thing to do in the classroom, especially since it's around Christmas time. The thing I found was a children's book read aloud. It's called The Gingerbread Men by Jim Ellsworth and Barbara McClintock, and it's almost 10 minutes, so I'm just going to play a little bit of it.
The Gingerbread Man, retold by Jim Ellsworth, illustrated by Barbara McClintock. Once upon a time, there was a little old man and a little old woman. One day, the little old woman said,
"Let's make a gingerbread man." "Yes, let's do,"
said the little old man, and they did. So they mixed up the batter, and they rolled out the dough, and they shaped the little arms, and they shaped the little legs, and they shaped the little head. And with raisins, they made the little eyes, and the little nose, and the little mouth. And then with sugar glaze, they dressed him in a fancy suit of clothes. When all was set, they put the gingerbread man into the oven, and they waited.
I chose that read aloud specifically because it helped demonstrate how to make the gingerbread men with the old lady and the old man, and how to decorate it, and they showed some different ways that you can decorate gingerbread men. I chose was a video on how to make gingerbread men cookies, and it's a little boy, probably around the age 8 or 9, and his mother, and they are showing you how to make gingerbread man cookies and decorate them. And I thought this would be a good source because he's also a child and he's doing it, so they will think that someone their age can do it.
Today we're making gingerbread men. It's one of the best parts of Christmas. For this recipe, you will need butter, brown sugar, molasses, an egg, cinnamon, ginger, allspice, cloves, baking soda, salt, and flour. You also need a gingerbread. Sometimes you have to stop and scrape the sides. Mom switches to our dough paddle. Then we add in the flour. Mix it until all the white stuff disappears. Now we're going to wrap it in plastic wrap. Put it in the fridge for 1 hour. We preheat the oven to 350.
My third source was the recipe from the video. It gives you the prep time, cook time, total time, the ingredients, the instructions, and some notes. And I plan to print this out for the students so that their parents can have a copy, or this can be an extra copy for them. My fourth source idea I got off Pinterest is these cute little gingerbread postcards that they can write the recipe, the ingredients, and the directions from the same recipe that I'm also going to print for them. And this way, this can be their copy of it, and they can practice their writing skills while doing so. The next thing I had for them to do was this, just a blank gingerbread man, and that they could decorate to practice the decorating for after baking their gingerbread man. The next thing is an acrostic poem with the word gingerbread man that would help them practice their writing, their poem skills, and also just be a fun activity centered around the gingerbread man. Next, I have a gingerbread man is missing poem for them to read, and this is just something that could be incorporated into an English lesson along with the acrostic poem and the writing that I mentioned before. And it's just a fun way, as they're learning to bake the gingerbread man cookies, that they can also be learning. Next, I just have this cute little gingerbread man picture with a gingerbread man baking gingerbread cookies, and I thought this would be a cute cover for the booklet that I plan to make with each of the things they color, the poems, the writings, teaching them how to make the gingerbread man, and also just the other activities along with it. My next source was this baking song, and it's about baking gingerbread men. And this song will just help them to remember what's going into the gingerbread man recipe, what you're measuring up, and it's reiterating the baking instructions. My last thing is this cute gingerbread baking song.
Stir a bowl of gingerbread, smooth and spicy brown. Roll it with the rolling pin, up and down. Take a cookie cutter, make some little men, and put them in the oven till 10:30. Stir a bowl of gingerbread, smooth and spicy brown. Roll it with the rolling pin, up and down. Take a cookie cutter, make some little men, put them in the oven till 10:30. Stir a bowl of gingerbread, smooth and spicy